Okay, all right. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start your schedules, make your door and window schedules in Excel. And you need to start with this. This is really one of the first things that you need to do is start with your Excel sheet, because you're going to be shopping pretty much online. You're going to be getting, choosing your model numbers, your products, your doors, your windows, your walls, materials, everything else, and you're going to have to keep track of it somewhere. So we're going to keep track of it in an Excel sheet. Okay, and so far we've done our walls, or that's the first thing you're going to do is your walls, your exterior walls. So you need to select the material for your exterior walls. One Excel sheet can pretty much handle every schedule that you're going to put. So what we need to do, and you can kind of be creative with this. I mean, not flowery. You don't want a whole bunch of flowery stuff going on in your Excel documents, because you're supposed to be very professional. But we'll start by creating our columns and rows, and we'll just start right up here at the very top. And let's say we're doing this is our exterior wall schedule. So exterior wall schedule, actually we'll probably name it first. So I'll actually go here to line number 2 to start my columns across, because I want to save some space at the top to name those name the schedule. Okay, and if you've worked in Excel before, this should be very easy. If not, it still should be very easy. But by now, here in high school, you really should be getting used to using Excel. You're going to use a tremendous amount of it once you get out in the workplace. But anyway, here we go. We're going to start with our columns, and let's see. The first column here, I'm going to put model, and that's going to be the model of the product. If it's brick, if it's sheathing, vapor barrier, whatever. So I have a column for model, and then I have my next column. I'm going to say supplier or source. Source is probably a better term to use. And that would be the store or whoever's going to provide it to me. So I got model number, I got source, and actually for model, I think I'm going to go ahead and put number just to make that clear. Model number. Source. We need dimensions, so we'll need different dimensions. We'll need width, G-I-G-H-T, height, width, height, depth. Okay, and you may not need all these for every single thing, but just go ahead and start make those columns. So model, source, width, height, depth, and here's one that you're going to start using is R value. And R value is rated per square footage of whatever material is you're choosing. So you might have to go further than, say, the Lowe's website to get that information. If you're looking at the Lowe's product or Home Depot product, it'll tell you who the manufacturer is, and then you can go to that manufacturer's website and get things like R value and some more specific information. But with walls, it's very important that we get R value, because we're trying to create the most efficient wall that we possibly can. So I don't know if I forgot anything in here, but you have model number, source, width, height, depth, and R value. And this is for walls. And you'll probably do a lot of the same stuff for many of the other products as well. But for now, I think that's okay. If I think of anything else, I'll have you add that column to your products. But next thing I'll do is I'll go up here, and I'm going to go all the way across and highlight all these cubes, all these cells right across. And I'm going to go right here where it says merge and center. And I'm just going to click on that. And what that does is that makes all of that one single cell. And then when in center, it's going to center it. So when I type in it, it's going to actually put the text right there in the center. So I'm going to call this the EXT wall schedule. All right, and a good idea will be to make this particular square, kind of a gray color. And then I'm going to go through here, and I shouldn't really have that many materials. You can always make this bigger or smaller, whichever way you need to go. What I want to do is fill in all those lines so I have some separation between my lines, and that it prints out that way. So I highlight the area that I'm going to use, and then go here and click on all borders. Okay, so now that shows all the borders. When it prints out, you'll see that. Now these lines over here, these look kind of grayed out. They do not print out when you're printing your Excel spreadsheet, or when you're copying and pasting portions of it everywhere else. Okay, so this for your wall. So here you definitely want to put whatever materials you have, brick, and that's probably one column I did forget. So what we can do is add, let's see, well, let me get it to cooperate with me here. So I'm going to insert, and it just inserts another column right there, and then I can just stretch everything out, all cells, color that part gray. I can even merge that if I want, and I just unmerged everything. Okay, so now let's see, this could be our type for our type select or whatever. Type brick. Okay, so I'll have some brick. And then I'll have, let's see, brick, vapor barrier, and then you can just abbreviate that with vapor. And sometimes, walls can be of various different styles. They can have more than one vapor barrier. It depends on a ton of different things. But it's your house, you're designing it. So brick, vapor barrier, sheathing. And of course, you can also call that OSB. And you want to have one for framing. Framing's easy, you know what that's going to be. Just go to Lowe's and pick the first thing that pops up under framing lumber. But yeah, put a model number. Go ahead and just put down the width and height and all that kind of stuff as well. R value, it's going to be a little important there as well. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to find the R value for your framing lumber, but we'll look into that once we get there. And then of course we have drywall, and we also have insulation. Okay, so we need all those things, and that's pretty much it. So every schedule you do, so you'll do another one for an interior wall schedule, which is going to be very easy. It's just going to be drywall, framing, maybe insulation, depending on where that interior wall is. If it's like around the garage, you'll have insulation in it. But if it's throughout the rest of the house, your interior walls don't have to have insulation in them. You can, if you want, for, let's say, like for soundproofing. It's great for soundproofing, but just keep in mind it's going to be more expensive. Okay, so anyway, get you an Excel spreadsheet going like this. Start with your exterior wall schedule, do an interior wall schedule. Then we're going to do doors and windows. So as you go, you're going to be adding these products into your schedules, and you'll have it all right there. You'll have the brand, the model number, everything. Okay, that's probably something else I should put here as far as a column. Let's put it right here. And we'll do insert. So type, make. Make is just another way of saying brand. You can put brand in there if you want to. I don't care. But type, make, model, source. And let's also go ahead and make this a shaded color as well, probably a little bit lighter, so a lighter gray, and that gets that one. And we can actually also go ahead and do this one, that lighter gray as well. Okay, so that makes for a nice little schedule. All right, well, good luck with that. All right, I will expect to see these schedules as you're building. I shouldn't see anything built in your design without there being a schedule for it first. So you got to make sure to select your materials first, then you can go design.